Greetings, everyone. This is Angie Paccione. I'm the Executive Director of the Colorado Department of Higher Education and a member of the Cabinet for Governor Jared Polis. And thank you for inviting me to be with you in this virtual commencement. And first thing I want to do is say congratulations. Congratulations to all of you. Congratulations to you individually, but also to your friends and to your family and to everyone who helped you get here to complete this credential. You are now among the 57% of Coloradans who have a credential. We congratulate you for that. And you're now in a unique and elite group of people who have the credential that enables them to get an even better employment. So congratulations on the hard work to get here and to complete this. This is also being done in a very historical context because you are the first of the class of COVID-19. Not that you have it, but that it was this pandemic that creates the context that you're having a virtual commencement as opposed to being there. And I know that's disappointing that we couldn't be together. I was looking forward to my drive down to Lamar and to being with you in this at this time. But we're finding a way to make it memorable and make it meaningful for you. And I'm very happy to be with you in this way, in this virtual commencement. When we think about commencement, you know, we don't call this the completion day. We call it commencement day. And commence means to begin. And so what is it that you are beginning when you think about having completed this credential, but now you are commencing? And you're commencing this new phase of your life. And for me, as I look back on my commencement and look back on the commencements of many people that I've been able to share their commencement day, I'm very excited for you. It's an exciting time that you have worked this hard, that you've completed your credential, and that now you're able to step out into a new phase, to commence. And that commencement means that you are bringing your new knowledge and skill set to your passion and to what I hope is your purpose. And as you do that, you will become even more successful. So I'm excited for you to begin this. And you know, as your commencement speaker, I'd love to share with you just some ideas about what I think makes all the difference in being fulfilled and being successful. I get to do that because I've had the opportunity to do many things in my life. And I guess now I'm old enough to look back and be able to perhaps share a little bit of wisdom. For me, what I have found is that's most important, that you will never regret, is if you truly pursue your passion, the thing that really floats your boat, the thing that gets you up in the morning, the thing that you know that you will always take the time to do. And so whatever it is for the moment, for this time, pursue that. Because as you move in the direction of your passion and of your purpose and are strengthened by your skill set, I can promise you that you will end up exactly where you're supposed to be, wherever that is. And you might not know it right now. I didn't know it when I was, oh my gosh, I didn't know it when I was your age or when I was completing my credentials. I had no idea that I would end up here. But I'm passionate about trying to make a difference and not just about trying to make a living, which is what Denzel Washington has been attributed to be saying. And so since I've always wanted to make a difference and give back to my community and help to make a difference in the lives of young people, it's taken me in lots of different paths. And so what I found is that the key to being successful in doing that is to say yes to the opportunities that come your way. It's so easy to find excuses or find reasons why you should say no. But I have found that when you say yes and go all in with that decision, that's where it leads to many more opportunities and growth and development and new people and new experiences. And so it's so easy to sit back and say, nah, I don't think so, or I'm not qualified, or no, none of my friends will be there. But if you take the other approach and say yes to opportunities, I promise you it will be fulfilling. For instance, I grew up in New York City, and my mom is a Black woman, a very strong Black woman. And I know that she said yes to many opportunities, and in fact, even created opportunities. She was one of the first Black women to work on Wall Street because she was persistent and she had a passion and she was pursuing that passion. And so she did. And back then in the 50s, Black women were not, first of all, not working on Wall Street, but secondly, as a legal secretary, they were not in the front part of the office, they were in the back office. But she continued to persevere and pursued, like I said, her passion and her skill set. And eventually, by the time she retired, she was one of the top legal secretaries and working for the top attorney in all of Manhattan. And so when you do that, when you pursue, you will end up right where you're supposed to be. Now, there are lots of ways that people can either be disengaged or engaged with their own future. And so being disengaged and being disconnected to the mission and vision and values, and even disconnected to the people with whom you work in your next phase, I promise you that will not lead to fulfillment and you will not be successful. But there are many people. In fact, the Gallup organization does a poll every other year. They do a poll of the American workforce. And in the American workforce, they have found that nearly 70% year after year after year, right around 70% of people self-describe as being disengaged at work. Why would you go through all that you went through and the studying and the applications and everything that you did to earn this credential and then go into a job where you're disengaged? Please don't let that happen to you. And there are some people who might be engaged, but they play it safe. They stay on the sidelines. They don't pay enough attention, and they certainly don't engage fully with the work. And so I'm challenging you to go beyond engagement, to get to that place where you are performing at your best, where you are all in, and not all in late like some people, but all in early. And I don't mean early in terms of the time. I mean early, like when the task is given to you or when you are on that team, that your questions are around, hey, how can we make this work? And what are some possible solutions? And what do you need from me to make this successful? How can I contribute to this? What can I gain? What can I learn? That you're asking the questions that show that you are all in early with everything that you have. And then even beyond being all in, it's that place of being inspired. As a teacher, I love words. And so I'm going to give you a little word lesson today. The word inspire is one of my favorite words of all time because the word inspire is the opposite of the word expire. And we know that when you expire, it means that you are dead. So the word inspire means that you are alive. The word inspire means that you have life, you have energy, that you literally have breath and air in your lungs. In fact, if you go way, way back, it was a medical term. And it was a term that distinguished a patient who was dead from a patient who was alive. This patient has expired and this patient is inspired. It didn't mean that this patient had some bright ideas. It meant that they had air in their lungs, that they were alive. And so when you show up in the next phase, be inspired. Be the person who comes to the job, comes to work with some life, with some energy. So no one has to take your pulse and wonder, is this person even alive? Because when you are inspired, you become inspiring to the people around you. And when you're inspiring to the people around you, they become inspired. And it's a ripple effect. But it has to start somewhere. Let it start with you. Now you have your credential, you've got a skill set, you've got a passion. Make sure it's aligned with your purpose, and then show up inspired every day. Doesn't mean you have to bounce off the walls. That's not inspired, that's crazy. But show up every day with the energy that's necessary to do the work in a way that inspires others. And I promise you, you'll be the first one hired. You'll be the one that people want to be around. You'll be the one that gets things done. You'll be the one that's fulfilled. And what more can we ask for than a life that is fulfilled and fulfilling, inspired and inspiring? And so as you commence this new phase of your life, this is my greatest hope for you, that you will find what fulfills you, that you will pursue your passion, that you will make sure it's aligned with your purpose. Because if they're not aligned, then you won't be fulfilled. So align it with your purpose, whatever you determine that your purpose is in this life, and then continue to develop your skill set so you are the best and that you are impeccable at what you do. And I promise you, no matter where you end up, you will be fulfilled, you'll be inspired, you'll inspire others, and your life will be successful and fulfilling. And who could ask for more than that? So yes, you might look back on this time and say, well, you know, maybe there was some disappointment, but you'll have a great memory. And I'm sure you've created great memories with your friends and your family over this, the time that you've been pursuing this course of study. But most importantly, as you leave, as you commence, you are the running lopes. You're not the sitting lopes. You're not the standing lopes. You're the running lopes. And that's what inspiration looks like. So you have inspired us. I hope that my short talk with you has inspired you. And I hope that you will leave here and forever remember that it's only when we are inspired that we can become inspiring. And then to be inspired, you have to be aligned with your passion, your purpose, and your skill set, and that you can continue to build. So here we are, the Running Lopes. Congratulations on your commencement. I'm sure that there'll be another time that I can be with you, and we wish you all the best. From this way, from the Department of Higher Education, we all wish you the best and the continued success, and go Running Lopes. Congratulations.